Hello and welcome back to Transfer Talk, where we'll tell you the biggest rumours of the week. The window may have closed in England, but there's still 19 days of potential moves across Europe, as the window doesn't shut until the 2nd of September. We'll keep you up to date on the continental gossip until then, but if there's anything we have missed, then tweet me at _Samuel Basiki with the hashtag Transfer Talk, or stick them in the comments under this video. Let's get into it. We kick off this episode with a very familiar protagonist from a story we all know by now. That's right, Neymar may or may not be heading back to La Liga as the tussle between PSG, Barcelona and Real Madrid rages on. Angry Parisians unfurled banners at PSG's Ligue 1 opener, and his shirt has reportedly been pulled from the club shop, only adding fuel to the fire that this could be the 27-year-old's last month in France. Firstly, Barcelona's director of football Eric Abidal has made the trip to Paris to discuss a deal concerning the Brazilian. PSG are looking to recoup much of the 220 million euros they paid for Neymar, but the Blaugrana remain reluctant to stump up the cash, instead preferring offering a number of players to the French champions. Neymar's compatriot Coutinho is top of the list, having fallen out of favour at the Camp Nou, whilst Ivan Rakitic and Nelson Semedo have also been touted to PSG. However, it seems only Ousmane Dembele will suffice in the player plus cash deal for sporting director Leonardo. And it appears that El Clasico rivals Real Madrid are in very much the same boat, unwilling to pay the 200 million plus asked for Neymar by the PSG hierarchy. Los Blancos boss Zinedine Zidane seemed to confirm his club's intentions by saying he is not our player, but until September the 2nd, anything can happen. The names linked with going the other way in this move alongside usual suspects James Rodriguez and Isco are Rafael Varane and Marcelo, and reportedly PSG can take their pick. Even without Neymar though, Thomas Tuchel's side look to be firing on all cylinders entering the new season. And as one generational talent is seeking a way out of Parc des Princes, another could be on the way in, as Donnarumma looks set to join the French Giants in a deal worth 50 million euros. This comes after an initial bid of 20 million euros plus Alfonso Areola was rejected by AC Milan, who were holding out for and seem to have achieved a cash-only deal. The 20-year-old is the youngest goalkeeper to play for Italy, racking up 12 caps so far and has kept 59 clean sheets in 164 appearances for the San Siro club after making his first team debut as a 16-year-old in September 2015. And if this deal does go through, it would make Donnarumma the second most expensive sell in Milan history behind Kaká, and on par for the fee Juventus paid Parma for his idol Gigi Buffon back in 2001. 50 million euros would also be enough for Marco Giampaolo to consider making a move for either James Rodriguez or Isco. The Rossoneri have a historically positive relationship with Real Madrid, so would hope to be given more favourable terms in order to sign one of Bernabeu outcasts. Just a year after naming himself as one of the best defenders in world football, Dejan Lovren finds himself as the 4th choice centre-back at Liverpool. With Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez and Joel Matip all ahead of him in the pecking order, it looks like his time is up at Anfield, and Roma have made a move to sign the 30-year-old as a replacement for Kostas Manolas. Initially quoted £25 million to sign the Croatian, Roma have haggled their way down to a fee of around £50 million, and Lovren has been left out the Reds' UEFA Super Cup squad in order to complete the deal. The most expensive defender in Liverpool's history until their acquisition of VVD, Lovren has made 170 appearances for the club, with his last feature in the matchday squad being in the 2019 Champions League final. Not a bad sign-off. After a sublime 25-minute cameo in which the consensus was he changed the game for his side, Christian Eriksen is set to be offered a bumper contract by Spurs as Mauricio Pochettino looks to keep the Dane in North London. The 27-year-old sees his contract expire next summer, and this window was linked with the likes of Manchester United and Real Madrid as Tottenham explored the possibility of cashing in on their asset. The newest competitors in the race of his signature are Juventus, who have made a habit recently of picking up top-class players on free transfers. With less than 4 months left until Eriksen can start discussing a contract with clubs outside of England, Daniel Levy has offered his number 23 a whopping $200k a week, 2.5 times his current $80k a week contract. This is seen as one last roll of the dice by Poch & Co to hold on to Eriksen, who cost Spurs just £11 million back in 2013. If Eriksen does leave, the Lily Whites certainly got their money's worth. It seems Frank Lampard is already starting to compile a transfer wish list to pursue as soon as the Blues transfer ban ends next summer. And top of that list is Leicester left-back Ben Chilwell. Lampard's reportedly a massive fan of the Englishman, who has previously attracted interest from Atletico Madrid and Manchester City. The pacey left-back, who managed more sprints in the league than both Andy Robertson and Mohamed Salah last season, signed a 5-year contract at the club in October 2018. This means it would have to be a hefty sum for Leicester to allow him to leave, and the number currently being thrown around is £71 million. That would make him the 3rd most expensive defender in the world, which is quite the endorsement, and would be Leicester's 3rd big money exit to the Big Six in recent years, following Riyad Mahrez to Man City and Harry Maguire to Manchester United. Without a club following his release from Liverpool at the end of last campaign, Daniel Sturridge spent all summer searching for a new club. The 29-year-old scored just 4 goals in 27 appearances in 2018-19, so naturally the clubs after him haven't been the best throughout Europe. But there are certainly a few intriguing names in that hat. Fenerbahce are willing to offer the 26-capped Englishman a 3-year $60k a week deal, which appears to be the most attractive on the table. Turkish rivals Besiktas are also interested in Sturridge, as are the likes of Atalanta, Frankfurt, Marseille and Real Betis. Further afield, the striker reportedly also has offers from Qatar as well as MLS DC United, who are now a designated player down following Wayne Rooney's decision to leave. Whoever he picks, reports are that we will only know where Sturridge will play by the end of this week. Another name DC United are looking at to fill Rooney's roster spot come January is Arsenal's Mesut Ozil. The former Germany international has been out of favour under Emery, and the club signing Dani Ceballos and Nicolas Pepe only cast further doubts as to what his role at the Emirates will be this campaign. Wages of course would be a massive concern for the capital club, as Ozil's 350k a week wages dwarf what Rooney was earning at the Audi field. England's top scorer made roughly 70k a week as a designated player. You can't see Ozil taking 80% pay cut to play in the MLS. Looks like Arsenal will just have to make do with the World Cup winner for the 1920 season at the very least. One deal that looks to be completed in the MLS is that of Edinson Cavani to Inter Miami, David Beckham's new franchise. Despite not kicking a competitive ball for another 7 months, the Florida-based club have 3 players on their books, and Cavani will become the first big signing for the side. The 32-year-old Uruguayan has scored almost 200 goals for PSG as he enters his 7th season with the club, but is set to run down his contract and spurn the opportunity for an emotional return to former side Napoli in order to link up with former teammate Beckham. And if he hits the ground running like another former teammate in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Cavani could become an instant legend at Inter Miami. Fantasy football managers around the world would have winced seeing Alisson hobble off the pitch in Liverpool's Premier League opener against Norwich. And he is set to be out for the next few weeks according to manager Jurgen Klopp, having suffered a calf injury. Brazil's number 1 was pivotal in helping Liverpool to 21 clean sheets last season, averaging 2 saves per 90, so his presence will definitely be missed over the next month. Though Liverpool have a solid second choice goalkeeper in Adrian, their third choice keeper Kalmahin Kelleher is also coming back from an injury. The way the events have unfolded means Klopp will be forced to sign effectively a 4th choice goalkeeper, and it looks like former Preston North End keeper Andrew Lonergan is their man. 35-year-old trained with Liverpool during pre-season, and Klopp seemed pleased with his temperament, calling him a brilliant character. Last campaign, Middlesbrough loaned him out to League One Rochdale, where he conceded 14 goals in just 7 matches. Let's hope Adrian can stay fit until Alisson's return. So that's all we have time for on Transfer Talk this week. If you enjoyed it, then why not click on the video on screen? And as always people, like and subscribe. See you next time.